What is going on, guys? Welcome back to TVandME. I am Kevin, this is
Rob,
and we're about to watch episode 3. I can't count. Episode 3 of The Man in the High Castle. So it's been a little while since we watched this series. We've both been busy, we've both been doing different stuff, but we finally got back around to it like I promised. It's been a while, like I say, and we're actually going to try and do a recap. So, what do you remember from last episode?
Basically, there was a scene with, I think his name's Grubler. Is that his name?
No, I've got Oben Grubenführer.
Oben Grubenführer.
I think his name's Dilfs or something like that.
Oh, okay. Well, I just remember there was a scene, because I know it's been a while, but there was a scene where he was in a shootout, and these people had lots of opportunities to shoot him, but he had plot armor. So
that's when he was in the car, wasn't it?
Yeah,
he was heading back to thing.
I think his driver died, or someone who he was next to died. But there was just so many opportunities where the person could have killed him, or they even missed, or someone got him.
Yeah. So last episode, Juliana killed that German guy who I thought personally that he was a good guy at first.
Yeah.
Because we watched that episode separately.
Because they kind of dropped the hint at oh, you could be a spy, but then he talked his way out of it. Yeah. But then it turned out it was.
So she went to meet Joe Blake. She met him at the cafeteria. Yeah. They didn't really know who each other was. Then I think Joe Blake slowly found out who she was.
I think so, because I think that Gron Grubler was onto him or something.
Gron Grubler.
I just call him
Oben Grubenführer.
That's it.
Oben Grubenführer.
I'll never get his name right.
Oben Grubenführer is the guy that nearly died in the car attack that we was talking about.
Oh, no, yeah.
There was another guy who we thought was the marshal. Because remember that woman talks about a marshal on the bus when she was with Juliana.
Yeah,
and then she stole her film.
Yeah.
And then, so I thought he was the marshal. They met on the bridge. He went to try and kill her, but she did some ninja stuff and she threw him off the bridge.
She basically did Wonder Woman. So.
Yeah, she went on Wonder Woman on him. She killed him.
Yeah.
Also, last episode, Frank.
Oh, was it Frank?
Frank was in prison, weren't he?
Yeah,
he got taken to prison and they killed his family.
Yeah, I remember they put him in a gas chamber room.
Yeah, was it his sister? I think it was his sister.
Yeah, it was his sister and his niece and nephew. Yeah.
Yeah, he killed them because they thought he knew where Joanna was, or Juliana. Sorry, they thought.
But didn't he decide to start working for the Japanese or something? Because I swear there was a bit where they were going to kill him, and they had him up on a firing squad. No,
they were trying to get him to work for him,
but
he wouldn't. So they went to shoot him, and they were about to shoot him. But the woman who stole the bag that Judy had the film in on the bus. Yeah. She got away, didn't she, in the car? And then the Japanese had caught her. So that, and she didn't have the actual film in it. She had newsreels or something.
Yeah, just like a bag.
So they thought it was all just a big accident, and they'd caught the person who had the reel, but it wasn't the correct reel. So they don't. So Japanese don't know about Juliana at the minute.
Shows what I remember, doesn't it?
Yeah. I really can't remember that much. That bit just came back to me. So last time we left him, Joe Blake, he was at the waterfall, the big dam, with Juliana. So those two are there. Oben Grubenführer was back in the Nazi city.
Yeah.
We also had Mr. Takomi, I think his name was, who was talking with that other guy.
It sounds like
they were talking about the oracle. This oracle has something to do with the fact that history is different. Now I don't know how that sort of weaves into the story, because he said that, I can't remember which way round it was, but it was something like fate is decided, but man can change their destiny.
Yeah.
So fate is one thing, but you can always change the course of it. I think that's what they were trying to say.
I just remember as well that I think in that same scene that the Japanese and the Germans were very close. Well, the Nazis were very close to having war as well. If I remember correctly.
Yeah. Because Hitler had Parkinson's or something. Yeah. It's close to Japanese, and they said as soon as Hitler died.
Because it was Grubler if he took over or something.
I think Goebbels and someone else. If Hitler dies, they were going to fight for power, and the first thing they were going to do is stop the treaty with Japan.
Yeah.
And then they were going to go to war. So there was that. So hopefully we get back into the series and we can remember a bit more about it. So this is episode 3. Let's just get straight into it.
Let's do it. Come on, sit down.
Yes, this must be straight after they've just had that fight on the top of the bridge.
Because she killed that man, didn't she?
Yeah, who I think is the marshal, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But if it was the marshal, they killed him proper fast. It might be him, I don't know.
Has it ever occurred to you that maybe there is no contact, that your sister would have walked into the same trap you just did?
I gotta do this. I gotta.
You know that guy tonight was most likely a Nazi agent.
I know.
Then you know both of us would be killed if anyone found out what happened.
I never meant for you to be there.
I was gutted when they killed his family.
Yeah, they kept teasing it as well, didn't they?
I thought because they'd saved him, they'd done it just in time, but then they'd killed his family as well.
It sucks.
What's wrong?
I lost something.
She lost. Oh, he's taken the film.
Yeah.
Drawing.
'Cause I think it was on
Oh,
the
it's drawing.
Oh. Yeah, it blew away, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Frank
go
drew
on.
it, didn't he?
Oh, is that his...
Oh shit, that's his niece, nephew, and it's sister.
As enemies of the state, they've lost all burial rights. They will be cremated within the next 7 to 10 days.
Wow.
You'll receive notice in the mail.
That Juliana, she probably left him in the ship.
Oh, no.
He knew he knew about the film, but he told her just to get rid of it. It's not like he was going to transport
True.
it, and he's suffered all the consequences. Well, he hasn't. Sorry, his sister has, but he's going to suffer.
I
that,
think he's going to hate her for it as well.
probably.
Here, by popular demand, you're occupying overlords, the crown prince and princess.
So yeah, I was wondering if who the prince was. So it's obviously the Japanese prince.
Okay.
I guess they don't have emperors anymore, unless they
Yeah.
have emperors and princes. I don't know. Maybe the son of the emperor or something. I don't know. Do you think he's going to try and assassinate them?
Possibly. I feel like he's going to start an uprising. That's the vibe I'm getting.
What about your SD man, the one who makes the origami?
No, he seemed to have left town.
No, he didn't tell him.
So should you.
What? Why?
It's been 2 days, Joe. If they were going to contact you, they'd have done it by now.
So the mission's a failure.
No, not necessarily. You still have the film?
Just getting a film wasn't my objective, sir.
No, it wasn't.
I don't understand. What did I do wrong?
Perhaps nothing. We'll have a full debriefing when you get back.
If he gets back. Oh, sweet! I didn't know he was in this.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Is it Cole Tanner?
I think-
Cole
yeah.
fucking Tanner from Ginale.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he's really very captain.
He might be a Nazi, Rob.
Oh, okay, maybe not.
Okay.
If he's a Nazi, can I retract my
Let me get
statement?
it on the truck first.
He might be American. He looks like a cowboy. Come on.
That's true.
Seen this fella?
I don't think so.
No, that's the guy they
Who is he?
killed.
Oh, okay.
Friend.
I seen him
Where?
talking to Carl over at the bookstore. Mark.
Isn't there someone in this area called the Marshal?
Yeah, that's who I was talking about. with that
Yeah,
one
maybe
scene.
he's actually that guy is.
Yeah, he could be the Marshal. Yeah,
The guy with the shotgun.
because the other guy died a bit too easy.
Yeah.
Calls himself the Marshal.
Yeah, there we go.
He's just a dirty old bounty hunter. Likes to call
Oh, he's a
himself
bounty
that.
hunter.
Oh, nice. He's one of your favourite characters then.
Yeah, but he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
Rob.
Is he?
Yeah.
I don't know. He could
He's-
be American. Well, he could be neutral. Right in the middle.
He's a bounty hunter, so he's got to be a bad guy.
True.
I need to find my friend Carl.
I don't know where he is, I swear.
He's so dead.
I don't know.
He send anyone else in here buying Bibles?
A girl. She's in her 20s. Brown hair.
Did he see her?
Yeah.
Pretty.
I think
You
so.
wouldn't know where I can
No,
find
no,
this
she
sweet
didn't.
girl, would you? David. David P. Fries. Salem, Ohio, escaped from a camp outside New Berlin in 54.
私は心配なんだ。ドイツが。だってそうだろう。私たちは船、奴らはロケット。雲泥の差だよ。日本は帝国を治めるのに精一杯なのに、奴らは強くなるばかりだ。
It's a lovely day
So he's a trade festival.
and a long time coming.
And you intend to proceed? Mr. Baines, you have not exposed yourself, neither have I. Nor will I. Until I must.
Which is when?
During His Highness's speech. The Nazi embassy.
In front of all those people?
The crowd will provide cover. It's the only opportunity.
They're planning on assassinating someone.
Maybe the prince.
Oh shit, is he hanging someone? Oh
Really?
fuck.
Public bit as well.
It's gonna be that guy. Oh, he collects fingers.
That's
Lovely.
wrong. That's a wrong. Yeah, I don't like him anymore. Definitely don't
Where's
like
your
him.
character wrong? Was she part of the rebellion?
Might be. He might try and recruit him.
Sake cocktail, please. Some matches. You're lucky to be alive. That Keto released you, but only because he still wants to find your girlfriend.
Just get the hell away from me, all right? I don't want
Yeah, she
any
must be.
part of your movement or whatever the hell it is. If they saw me...
Tell me what Randall said to you. And to them.
Randall? Well, Randall was in the next cell. He didn't say anything.
You sure about that?
That's why they shot him.
Not that simple, Frank. We weaken the Japs too much, and we're just begging Berlin to drop another bomb.
So you just watch old movies.
The films are more important than you know.
I have received word from New York. The resistance are stepping up their attacks.
I understand, and thank you for your concern. But my Imperial Guard and the Kempei Tai provide excellent security.
We ask that your guards remain vigilant, Minister Tagomi, because we certainly will.
I'm telling you that Prince is getting assassinated.
But I'm trying to work out that Mr. Takomi is part of trying to get assassinated, because we were talking about something like that.
I think he might be. I think him and that other him and...
But why?
Are you aware of any threats such as Oberfuhrer mentioned?
There are many threats, Trade Minister. Not least from Nazi agents seeking to destabilize us and blame their crimes on subversives.
I know where he went. Give me 2 marks and I'll tell you.
Oh shit.
Bad idea.
You tell me or I'll kill you.
I saw him drive down that way late last night.
Dumb.
You just saw him string up another man.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. For money.
Is this far?
It's a couple miles, maybe.
He marked it on the map. What do you think it is?
No, he just has to pass on the information.
What information?
The route of my car, Captain.
I've only been loyal to Obergruppenführer. Whatever he said, he's lying.
No!
That's a neat trick.
You knew he was lying.
No. I suspect. You may be relieved, Captain.
Oh, you know what's going to happen? He's going to find a picture.
Oh, snap. Yep, that's it.
Maybe I'm following in my father's footsteps, maybe I'm not. I've never even met him. He wasn't married to my mother, and he doesn't live near us, and he never took any interest. What is it?
Their names.
Oh, sister, Judy.
And now Washington. Oh, boss's name.
Oh, that's why he's there, isn't it?
So he was the contact all along. He was meant to meet Trudy.
Yeah, obviously he didn't know that was Judy's sister.
Mm. But didn't he change? He was calling her Trudy, so he did think she was Trudy.
Oh, okay.
Maybe he was just biding his time, trying to gauge if she was.
Quran says don't eat it. Didn't lie to you.
You told me you didn't know what happened to my friend.
I don't.
I suppose you don't know who this girl is either.
Yeah, I know it.
Thought maybe you did. Maybe you saw her with my friend and clean forgot about it.
She used to work here. She served him a couple of times.
Where is she now?
Beats me, man. She up and ran out of here this afternoon.
What are you doing?
What does it look like? I'm working.
Shit. Stop time.
Good way to end the episode there.
So there we have it, episode 3. So basically we learned nothing about the tapes. We still don't know anything about the tapes where they came from. We learned nothing more about the Oracle.
No.
We still don't know anything about that. And the man in the high castle, there was no mention of him again. So we do know the man in the high castle is an actual person.
Yeah.
But apparently the Japanese think
yeah.
he's dead.
Yeah.
And the Germans said he may be alive or something, didn't they?
Yeah.
In the episode previous. Oracle, I have no idea what that's about. Apparently it tells the future or something.
Yeah.
And the tapes, we still don't know anything more about them.
I just want to say, I'm calling the man in High Castle is Joe's dad.
Why'd you say that?
I don't know, because when he was saying like, he didn't know who his dad was, and he wasn't there and stuff, and he served in the army and stuff like that. I think.
Yeah, but apparently, that's something else I was going to say. Apparently, the man in the high castle is the one that created the tapes.
So that must mean he was on their side then, because if he was filming them.
Yeah, but did he actually create the tapes in the normal way, recording, or did he just create the tapes? Like
yeah, true.
In some other magical way.
See,
or some
the only thing I can say about that is that I accidentally saw a trailer on TV for season 1 of Man in High Castle, and I don't know if you want me to say anything, because obviously you haven't seen the trailer.
Just say.
Okay, well, basically, like he was in a suit talking to some like Nazi woman, Joe Blake, and she said something like about his father doing something for the Reich or something like that. So I don't know. It might not be.
Maybe that Open Group in Führer's is that.
Maybe
that's possible. So in this episode, we also met the Crown Prince for the first time.
Yeah.
Like, I was always wondering who that was. Apparently, it's the Japanese prince, son of the Emperor. The Emperor's the guy who rules the whole of Japan. I'm guessing the new provinces.
Like, in Japan, they don't actually refer to like when you're not the Emperor. Are you referred to as the Prince or?
No, the Emperor is like our king or queen.
But if you're not the Emperor, you still class as a prince in Japanese culture. Or
well, it's his son, so he's a prince.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know if it was the same thing. Like, because like they have an emperor instead of a king. Do they have something else instead of a prince?
No, I think they just have emperor, then prince beneath.
Oh, okay.
I think that's how it goes. So this episode, we also met your favourite character.
Oh, I would want to retract that statement.
No,
he's
on camera, so
he collects fingers. Yes.
He had a deck of cards with a load of people on them. I'm guessing they're just like bounties, because he did say he was a bounty hunter. Yeah. They're probably like the 52 most wanted.
True that.
And he probably just goes around the whole of the no-go zone and just like kills whoever he can find.
He seems good at what he does though. Like he seems to get information out of people.
He's sadistic.
It's very sadistic. The fact that he collects fingers just says it all.
So my question is, does he know anything about the tapes? I don't think he does.
I reckon he's going to find out though.
He'll probably find out, but I don't think he knows anything at the moment. And my other question about him is, how is he related to the origami guy?
Maybe they know each other or something.
Like, you did say maybe that bounty hunter, the marshal, was hunting him as well.
But then again, there was in that cave.
Oh yeah, he had the list of
so
names,
I don't think that is.
So maybe that guy we saw, the origami guy, works for the Nazis.
Yeah, probably.
And he was trying to find all the rebels, all the people who are working against the state, and that was the list of the names of the people he had to find.
Yeah.
And he had those last two names on there, Trudy and Thingy. So when he found out about her, he probably.
Does that mean like does that mean the Japanese and the Nazis are working together in the no-go zone? Because
no, I think it's like
because the Japanese killed Trudy, didn't they?
Yeah.
So and then
but they probably also knew they also knew she was a part of the rebels as well.
Oh, right.
So maybe they share intel on like the rebels, like what they know.
Yeah, true.
But because they found her, they then killed her. Maybe they knew she had the tape. That's why they've been chasing her down. Also in this episode, Mr. Takomi. Now I didn't realise, but it looks like he's part of the conspiracy. It looks like they're trying to assassinate the prince.
It's like the Nazis and the Japanese, like just them two are working together, not necessarily the country. So like they're trying to both benefit from the situation that's going to happen.
I can't remember. It's Mr. Baines. I think that's his. I had it written down somewhere.
The only thing I don't know is what does killing the prince do? I don't really understand what that.
The only thing I can think of is it would incite a war.
Yeah, that's what they're trying.
Unless because there are tensions between the Germans and Japanese at the moment. Maybe if the rebels, they set it up so it looks like the rebels kill. Set up the rebels kill.
Have a common enemy.
Yeah, they'd have a common enemy again instead of focusing on each other. Then
maybe
they would use that. The Japanese would then use that to blindside the Germans or something.
Yeah, true. That makes sense.
I don't know.
It'd be a good twist to it though if they did do that.
Yeah, but for some reason I don't think it is that. I think there's something more deeper that we're yet to learn about that. But I guess we'll find out.
Like maybe that what's his name? That Japanese guy and
Mr. Tagomi.
Yeah, Mr. Tagomi and that other Nazi guy. Maybe they're doing it for their own gain, like for something.
Well, if you remember, when we first met those two, they were in a car.
Yeah.
And they were having a conversation about if Hitler dies, then Goebbels and that will fight for power, and then they'll probably drop a nuke on Japan. So it looks like that guy who's talking to Mr. Tagomi is actually working with Japan. Maybe he's an inside man.
Yeah, could be.
And he's trying to help Japan gain power over thingy, but I don't see how assassinating their own prince
That's what I'm
will
saying.
cause that to happen.
I know. I'm still trying to work out what like that's going to do. But, like,
unless they're not trying to assassinate it and I've read the situation wrong, that's completely impossible. But that's what it sounds like.
Unless they're planning to assassinate someone else at the thingy, but they're making out in that episode that it's going to be the prince.
Oh,
that's the only other thing I can think of.
It might be that, yeah. So also this episode we saw Frank again back. Of course his sister and his niece and nephew are dead. He told her husband. He took it pretty bad, but then he seemed at the end there to be making a gun.
Yeah, like I didn't know if he was making a gun or if he was making bullets because he had like a load of little drill parts in his hand. So I don't know if he.
I think what's happened is when you buy replica guns, they're machined in a way so you can't use them as real guns.
You can drill down the pipe, the barrel. So
he's probably turning the replica into a usable gun
makes sense.
with the drill pieces. What he's going to use it on? My guess is he would just go for that guy who tortured him. You know, the guy who was in the prison.
True. I've got a feeling he's going for the prince though because.
But what? But how would they know? Unless there's going to be two people trying to assassinate him at the same time. Because
maybe there might be two people trying to assassinate at the same time, and then maybe it'd be like the JFK incident. They had so many different angles of people shooting him. Like,
yeah, but that means they'd be working together, and I don't think it's working with them.
True.
But because there's no way that Mr. Tagomi and that other guy would be.
Or he's going to attempt to kill the prince, but then someone else is going to kill him. Then he won't actually have the chance to kill him. That's the only other thing I can think of for that.
Yeah, possibly. Or maybe he'll go in there to kill him. He'll get caught, and that will cause a massive shutdown. Then the plan to assassinate won't go into action.
Yeah.
But I'm just confused as to why Mr. Tagomi is trying to kill the prince.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know why he wants to kill his own prince. I don't see what he's game with. The only thing is, he seems sort of close with the princess. That's the only other thing I can think of.
Point. Yeah, maybe.
That's unless he's in love with her or. Is his secret daughter, like he had an affair with the emperor's wife or something? That's what I don't know.
Yeah, maybe Mr. Tagomi knows the inside plans of like maybe the Japanese are planning on doing something to the Germans.
Yeah.
And he thinks if he assassinates that prince, then he can stop that happening.
Yeah, because that prince didn't seem to like the Nazis, did he?
No. Also, this episode, it seemed like Juliana and Joe were getting a bit closer.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's also, it seems now that Joe knows that Juliana's got a film.
Yeah.
And Juliana knows that he knows she's got a film.
So she doesn't know he's got one.
Yeah, but she doesn't know he's got part of the film. Whether he comes clean to her.
I don't know. I just really don't trust him at this point.
Yeah, I don't really see what's so special about the film at the minute. I know it shows an alternate history, so there's got to be some power behind that. But are they just going to use it as propaganda? Like, are they trying to keep it safe so they can use it as propaganda to show people?
I don't know. Maybe they think there's some sort of hope in it, in the fact that maybe this is not a real world they're in. That's the only other thing I can think of.
It's like you say, it's the Matrix.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. They're in some sort of Matrix or something. Or like maybe it's like Westworld. It's a theme park. It's like a Nazi theme park. That's what I'm saying.
Besides America, but yeah, I'm still like that's the thing that in this episode we learned nothing about what the films have. It was nothing about the films. It was nothing about like the Oracle, because I was hoping to learn a bit more about the Oracle and that, and finding out what they have to do.
It seemed like in this episode they would seem to be focusing more on the Marshal.
Yeah.
In the No-Go.
The Marshal character is a pretty cool character.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
He's obviously going to be the bad guy in the whole series.
Yeah, true. I shouldn't have said he was my favourite character because he just plays bad guys. Damn it.
Carl fucking Tanner.
Carl. Drinking out of draw a fucking Mormon skull.
So that's about it. What are you hoping for next episode?
Next episode, I'm hoping for. I want that Frank to get some revenge because I feel bad for him. His like sister and his nephew.
Yeah, he got left in the shit big time by Julian.
And I want, like, I don't trust Joe. I want him to come clean to Juliana, which I don't think he's gonna. Maybe not yet. Maybe later on he will. But I want to trust him, but I can't. Because he hasn't come clean to her.
I mean, he lied to Open Gruppenführer. We should say that as well.
Yeah, he hesitated to say.
He said. So maybe he's starting to turn. His cogs are starting to turn. He's going to come to terms with it, and then they're probably going to get to him because they're getting more and more friendly.
Yeah.
And maybe he'll invest in her, and then maybe he will join the rebel cause, and they'll both have both parts of the films. Or maybe he will stay loyal. It's just that he doesn't really like that guy that he answers to, the Open Gruppenführer.
But like you said, maybe that's his dad. But
yeah. What I'm looking forward to, like, what I want to see next episode is I want to learn more about the Oracle, because that's still, they've mentioned them a few times, but or he or she or whatever. Exactly. And I just don't know what that is. I want to learn more about that. So, I want to learn about the man in the high castle, because again we've had brief mentions, and it's apparently this big thing, and apparently he created the tape. So I want to know how he created the tapes.
Yeah, true. I want to know that too.
Whether we find out, I guess they'll wait till the end of the season for stuff like that. But hopefully it slowly gets revealed to us.
I don't know, another little theory here, but maybe it's just they made a film. Like, a normal film and it's just a big hoax. That it's like
that'd be such
them winning the
there
war.
would be that. That'd be such
Do you
a
know what I mean?
climax.
It would suck as well. Like you'd just be like, wow.
Yeah. So that's about it.
Yeah.
Hopefully next episode we get some more of that stuff what we was talking about. But until then, bye bye.